Sasha, we got our special guest in the studio.
Hey!
Filmmaker, director, Rhyan LaMarr. What up, bro?
What's good, Chi-Town?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, excuse me. New York is in the house. Okay, high five.
Right.
Morning.
You know what? I was talking to Mancow in Chicago,
Yes, sir.
and he was like, yo, you need to hook up with Rhyan, gave me your number. I buzzed Rhyan like 1,000,000 times, never called me back.
What?
Never.
hold on.
Oh, he's that dude.
Never called me back,
I
man.
have your number locked in my phone.
You didn't have it locked in,
Okay.
but, you know, you were premiering Canal Street that day, so I was trying to get in on it. But it's all good. It's all good. Now you got me locked in.
Got you locked in now.
We're good to go.
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy, by the way.
Right.
Okay, because, you know, we don't like people we try to text and you don't return texts and all that. Okay.
Now, you have an amazing story. Tell us, first of all, how you got started as a filmmaker.
Well, you know, I went to Columbia College.
Okay.
But, you know, the late, great Bernie Mac gave me my
Yes.
start back in 2003.
Mr. 3000.
What was your
3000.
start? What did you do?
Well, I was supposed to, I was an extra,
Okay.
and I got tired of being an extra and ended up getting a job as a production assistant.
Nice.
Ended up landing that entire film, and then he took me on to the Bernie Mac show.
Really?
Did 3 seasons of that.
Wait a minute. What was you on the Bernie Mac?
2005 to 2008.
What was your?
He was directing.
Oh, no,
it.
no,
Oh, the
no, no.
director. I'm sorry, because I'm like,
He
okay,
was-
wait a minute.
I was working on it.
Behind
He was
the
working on
scenes.
the show.
behind the
yeah.
scenes.
Wow, how amazing is that?
The front of the scenes for
Okay.
Pat and Few.
Okay, nice.
You know, I like his story, Sasha, because your father was in your life and he tried to keep you out of the streets.
Oh, yes.
You know, I mean, like many of us coming from a broken home. What was that like for you, man?
You know, my dad comes from, he was born and raised in East St. Louis.
Right.
And, you know, he kind of wanted something better for us. However, you know, sometimes you got to get a little messy to have a testimony.
Absolutely.
To share to people later.
Yeah.
And God bless, I was able to get off the streets and get my life back together. And I'm here talking to y'all now.
What was your messiness? Because we all I'm messy. I was messy too.
Listen.
When you grew up in Chi, man, you been in them streets.
Listen.
Okay, you was in them streets.
I grew up at a time where they were recruiting day in and day out, out south, out north, out west. The streets are a little bit different now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just had a lot of friends that were bored, didn't have anything to do, and
Yeah.
you know, gangs will call out to you.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with. I have a great mother, a great father, but at the end of the day, you know, you get a little messy.
You get a little messy, but
Yeah.
your parents laid that foundation.
Yes.
And you came
Yeah.
back home.
Yes.
You know,
Alright.
he was talking to me earlier, and I can relate to everything you were saying, man, because those streets call you. The gangs call you. I grew up in Inglewood on the south side of Chicago, but then my father lived in Cabrini, so I had to know every gang color, every gang sign. So I was
Wow.
earring out of this ear. Earring in
Make
that
sure you're
ear.
doing the
To the
right
left
thing.
and
That
right.
way, had
Wow.
that way. I mean, if you can cross your arms, colors. I mean, it was a
gotta
deep
be
situation,
neutral.
man. But for you to walk out of that, man, that is truly a testimony. Then I read something about you. You were in L.A. and you were living out of your U-Haul truck.
We getting all in this.
Wait a minute. No air conditioning. It was about hot up in there.
Listen. I always say this. When young black men and women, or black and brown men and women, come into money at a very young age, and you know their parents did the best that they could do, but they live to check.
Right.
So you can't give, you know, a young 20-something-year-old kid, you know, a lot of money and expect him to be able to save in Hollywood. At least not me. So you know. I found myself on the streets of Van Nuys and lived in a U-Haul van for a year and a half.
Did your parents know you were living in the U-Haul?
They did. Mom said I
Okay.
can come home.
But why didn't you come home?
Pride.
Pride. Okay.
Right.
And I guess I had a story to tell.
Okay.
Exactly.
And, you know, my mom said, look, and I remember this. She said, the Lord said, I cannot help you because I keep on getting in the way.
Right.
You can come home,
Ooh.
but I can't help you.
Mm.
And that's when the Lord really started working on me. That's when the Lord really started like unpacking and removing things and people out of my life. The gift was always there, but
Right.
you know, that's, you know, I stepped out that van and you know, I had confidence, you know, which I had never had before. I knew how to save. It was just like night and day.
Rent was cheap though.
And you can move your stuff if you had to.
Right.
Listen, we used to
Yeah.
ride around town, you know, because it was me and my writing partner, actually,
Right.
John Knitter. And we be like, you want to live in Santa Monica today? You know, you want to go to Northern California? Like, what you want to do?
I got you.
Yeah, but I lived in the front of the cab, and he lived in the back.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's how we did it.
And you know, I love this. Show him your arm. On it, he has a tattoo called Still Standing.
Still standing.
I like that.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Canal Street.
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, first of all, Canal Street is out on DirecTV.
Okay.
And on demand.
Right.
It'll be on all streaming platforms minus Netflix, August 21st.
Minus Netflix?
Yes,
Why
minus Netflix.
Okay. It just didn't happen.
It didn't happen with Amazon.
Business.
Though. Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazon got it. Okay.
And then we'll be on DVD September 21st, and we will be on BET this Christmas.
And that
Nice.
tells a story about what?
So Canal Street is about a wrongly accused teenager from the south side of Chicago.
Right.
That gets accused of killing a white teenager after him and his father moved to the suburbs.
Right.
And it becomes this trial of the century where a black prosecutor, played by Mekhi Phifer, running for mayor, goes up against the father, played by Michael T. Williamson, defending his son.
And the son is played by Bashir Gray, right?
Bashir Gray.
Okay, yeah.
Nice cast.
Plays from Empire.
Nice cast.
Woody McClain, Bashir Gray, Michael T. Williamson, Lance Reddick, Jamie Hector, Mekhi Phifer,
Nice.
Quinn. We keep going. The Lord just blessed that cast. Pat Smith, 1K Few.
Yeah.
So as we segue to them, tell us the connection. I mean, Pat's doing stuff.
Good
1K
morning,
Few.
Pat.
Good morning,
That
gorgeous.
video,
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
Gorgeousness.
No, girl. I could look at you all day.
Ooh.
Hey.
See how women love on each
Yes.
other? See, we don't hate on each other.
No.
We love on each other.
Wow. So Pat's in the movie, and you play.
The first female president of the United States.
Oh my God.
Okay.
She's dressed the part.
Now this is in 1K Fuse video, or right?
This is in the movie, the actual Better Days.
Oh, Better Days movie. Okay.
Yes, he has a song that's dropping today called
Okay.
Better Days.
Better
He's
Days.
also the star of this, or the superhero of this film.
So tell us about Better Days.
Go ahead. tell
Man,
me about
Better
this.
Days, man. So just dropped it today. If you don't got it, go get it, man. Out on all platforms. Better Days. You won't regret it. Don't forget it.
Okay, we won't forget it.
Nailed it. But nah, man. Basically, we all got dirty laundry. We all got a past. You feel me? We far from perfect, but we serve a perfect God. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's never too late to come back from where you were. And don't allow your testimony to overcome your present. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? And we can all make some of it. And it's all type of people going through stuff, going through negative situations, and in the dark. You feel me? We got to shine our light. We was brought here for a purpose, to shine our light on others, just so we can motivate and inspire others. You feel what I'm saying? Cause
Speak, young brother.
It's folks out here killing themselves. It's folks out here killing other people. You feel what I'm saying? And the world can just be better, have better days. So.
How often do young people hear you when you talk about God in the streets? Are they hearing your message?
Man, they hear me for real because they know I'm coming. They know I'm authentic. You know, I'm not just out here trying to say something just to make them feel good. I mean, I am, but I'm just not just talking just to be talking. You feel me? I actually have a story. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like we were just talking the other day. Pam said authenticity is everything.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like if you be real, keep it 1,000 with somebody.
Yes, just be yourself.
I mean, that's all you got to do at the end of the day, and they gonna respect it.
Right. So what's your story before finding Christ?
Long story short, man, I grew up in the church all my life, literally, just since a baby. But that ain't necessarily mean I did right from wrong. I knew right from wrong, but I ain't do right all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So in the neighborhood I came up in, it wasn't really a bad neighborhood, but it was one of them neighborhoods where you moved out the hood, you moved there. So we call it a little Bel Air. You know, in Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Will moved out the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He went to the suburb or whatever. But anyway, long story short, I was just around the wrong crowd. But at the same time, they seen how I was coming, 2-parent household. You know, a lot of my folks, they ain't really had 2 parents. They had just, you know what I'm saying, their mom in the house, dad done left. You feel me? So long story short, just running behind them and end up getting caught up, end up getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? High speed chase in the middle of the day, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Not even nighttime. We dodging 16 wheelers, running red lights, all that.
Wow.
All of a sudden, fire, like the side mirror go all the way off. So we like, hold on, I know we ain't getting shot at. All of a sudden, fire, the whole back mirror go off. So everybody just duck down. So we just in the middle of the day now. Like this, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the day. So when we finally get to our destination, I don't know what made him stop. We finally got to our destination. Man, I fell out the car so fast, man, like unashamed, like for real, just fell to my knees, just thanking God, just thanking him for sparing me and just basically telling him that I'm gonna put relationship over religion now. Like I'm gonna be your child for real, and not just be a cliche and walk in it for real.
And from that day, you never turn back.
Never turn back.
I wish that was me, man. I got in a few situations and said, God, please. Please. If this test say negative, Father God, I promise, God.
Well, how many times did you do that, Rick, in your life?
That's what I'm saying. And that's my thing, too. I felt like God done spared me so many times. It was just a matter of time where
Keep
I
playing with him.
Gone, man.
I stopped playing with him now, God.
Yeah, we can't play with him.
He showed me he real. You know what I'm saying? That iron is hot. You know what I'm saying?
Pat, you're around all these brothers and all that energy. Girl, you've got amazing energy yourself. Tell us about you.
That
and the
ring
movie.
is giving us energy too.
Girl.
I'm like, good Lord.
And you were married to?
Emmett Smith.
All right now.
Yeah, I know I'm down here in Falcons
You know, there's a
territory.
football player by the name of Emmett Smith as well.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Also, this Dancing with the Stars champ named
Okay,
Right,
oh my
right,
God.
right.
Look
and
at
this guy named, that's married to Pat Smith named
Right.
Emmett Smith.
Look at the earrings.
How about that? Y'all have the same names.
Oh, these
nice.
aren't real, though.
Okay, so you do what I do.
Oh, I mixed
Because
it up.
you will lose those.
You lose them.
Yes.
I just think it's
so
a waste.
So diamond earrings, we love them, and we really have a pair at home. We wear the fake ones
Right.
because our hair and changing clothes, we want
Traveling.
Right, we don't want to lose them. So okay, girl,
So
you're
really
keeping
are
it
my
real.
sister.
Yeah.
You are my sister. So these.
So how's Emmett doing, first of all?
You know what? He is great. He's in a good place
Okay.
because his wife has decided to step out.
Okay.
I call it break free. And, I wrote a book on second chances. You were talking about how, it took me a couple times to
Exactly.
get it right. And I just believe that second chances is really about, God's grace, and he gives us zillions of chances,
Absolutely.
right? And so in my life, no, I wasn't shot at, but I've been through a lot of setbacks and disappointments, whether
Right.
it's abuse, physical and emotional abuse, losing my mother very young from breast cancer, just trying to find my way, just being lost as a woman.
Right.
And looking in the wrong places for that fulfillment, which really should have come from God. And so I found myself at the altar one Wednesday night in Bible study in LA, basically falling to my knees and saying, God, okay,
It's
take
here.
me. I'm here. I'm yours. And from that moment forth, really, that has just been my foundation. And I tell people, just because you find Christ doesn't mean like your life becomes perfect, right? You still going to have those, those setbacks and hurts and pains and, disappointments. But now you at least know that somebody is walking with you. And that there's a plan out there for you that is better than what you could have even imagined. That's why I'm here.
What are some of your challenges, though, being married and in the spotlight, and your husband's in the spotlight too? Many times, it's you're clashing.
Yes, I have had many. I mean, one being that, of course, he played for an organization that's like the number 2 sports franchise in the world, and so I was in Los Angeles pursuing my career when I met him. Just, came out of a divorce. My ex-husband was Martin Lawrence. So I'm coming out of a very high-profile marriage and then with a daughter, now going into another high-profile relationship. And it was difficult because, I had dreams. I had desires. Like from a little girl, I wanted to host my own show. I wanted to be an actress. And all of a sudden, I could just feel myself getting more and more in the shadows. With the Cowboys, of course, with Emmett and what he was doing. And then we had more children.
You
We
were
had
managing
5.
his career?
No, I was actually the president of our charity, Pat Emmett Smith Charities,
Okay.
which is wonderful. But that wasn't my only call.
Right.
And I found myself putting myself on hold in my dreams and desires
For him.
to make sure he was good,
Yeah.
all the kids were good, all my family was good. And one day I just woke up, I was like, nope, Pat ain't good.
Yep.
Pat isn't good. And we got to come to the table on this. So we've been, the last couple of years, really been going through marital work and counseling
Right.
to figure out our new marriage almost 20 years later. We'll be
Wow.
married 20 years in April. And a lot of people don't talk about that. Marriage it's a process.
Yes, it is.
And I just, when people put couple goals, I'm like, y'all, please don't
Stop.
put that kind of
Yeah.
pressure. Like, for real, we are a work.
Even for
No.
what some people consider a solid marriage, how important is counseling?
It's huge. I mean, I started therapy in my early 20s.
Okay.
And back then there was such a stigma. I remember coming through the back door. I didn't want anybody to see me. I don't want anybody to think I'm crazy. There's such a stigma around it. And so I tell everybody, you got to take care of your mind just like you take care of your body.
Yeah.
So if you are struggling with depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, whatever it is, it's okay. It's no different than having heart disease or diabetes. And there are people out there who can help you. There should never be a stigma, behind getting help.
So everything that you were doing for your husband, and now you're on a new platform, is he doing the same thing for you?
He's working at it.
Okay, he's working at it. Okay.
He's really working at it, which is good.
Yeah, it is.
Because you get to a point where it's like, okay, let's talk about this. There needs to be a new normal in my life, and I need you as a partner. So for those years where, of course, I, carpool, dish, whatever we needed to do, I was there, ride or die, right? Holding the household down. I call myself the COO. And now I'm in a different place. I feel God pulling me in a different place. Are you down with it? And he said, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I am down with it. He goes, I want my wife. I want my family.
Aww, Lord. Yay. Okay, good.
I'm just trying to connect the dots. How'd you all meet in the first? Because everyone is so incredible in this room. How'd you meet?
Man, Ryan know everybody.
Right.
We met, it was crazy, in Dallas. I was actually meeting about a different project. Because I've always wanted to do a show about second chances where you go out and, give people second chances in life.
Right.
And we were all meeting about that. And then all of a sudden, just the shift went towards Ryan. And Ryan didn't say nothing the whole lunch practically.
Right.
But all of a sudden, there was a shift, and he started talking about Canal Street. I said, wait a minute, let me see. So he pulled it up, and I'm like, wait, why didn't I get an audition?
You asked.
I was being bold, which is, it's new for me in this season. And he said, you know what? You've been auditioning the whole time.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
And he gave me my first role.
Nice.
So he gave me a second chance in acting.
See, Ryan sits back and analyzes people. Sometimes the interview happens before you actually get to the interview.
You're in it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I tell my children that all the time. You're always being auditioned. Be careful.
Always being watched.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why your insides need to be right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because you can't, turning that thing on and off is just too much energy.
Yeah.
Being fake, we talked about that, being fake.
Oh my God, yes, be yourself.
Yes, just be you and real, and just make sure you are working on you all the time. Nobody's ever going to be perfect.
Right.
But because you just don't know who you're going to meet and when,
Absolutely.
and how God's going to use you.
So what's next? What's next?
Yeah, what's next? Because we're auditioning right now. Go ahead.
Well, I'm hoping y'all gonna be in the next movie.
What's the next movie, babe?
Wait. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
What did you say, Ryan?
Did you hear it?
I'm hoping that y'all be in the next movie.
Okay.
You don't have to hope, cause we will.
And what's the next movie?
We got quite a few actually.
Okay.
We got a project called Hathaway that we're doing. It's a Terrell Fletcher story. It's about his rise. I mean, and the premise is dope, and I can say the premise.
Okay.
But the thing is, what if Ricky didn't die,
Oh.
went to college, got drafted in the NFL, and became a pastor?
Oh.
We're talking about Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a project called Hathaway that goes into production at the top of the year.
Nice.
We're doing the Sean Bell story, The Haunting of Sean Bell.
Oh wow, New York.
If you're familiar with Sean Bell, shout out to his amazing family. So we're keeping that close to the chest, and we're making sure that we do right by his legacy. So we're doing that. We have a cool project called North of the 10, starring Don Benjamin, Daystorm Power, Chris Witowski, and LaRoyce Hawkins, that we'll be shooting in Puerto Rico, India, and LA. So we're doing some amazing things. And but Better Days drops at 5 p.m. today.
5 p.m. today, baby. 5 p.m. Come on, man.
5 p.m.
Okay.
Come on now.
This is pretty cool because it's like a video / movie.
It's a mini movie series.
A mini movie
This
series.
is episode 1.
Yeah.
It is the first faith-based superhero world.
That's nice.
So 1K Few, tell us again where we can watch this.
Man, y'all please watch it at 5 p.m. on YouTube on Reach Records channel. That's Reach Records. So y'all make sure y'all support that, man. We going all the way.
All right,
We
that's
got
what's up,
you.
man.
5 o'clock, honey.
Yeah. So Pat Smith, where can we find you?
You can find me at Pat Smith TY on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got some projects in my heart and belly
Okay.
that I'm ready to come out with. And I have a book out called Second Chances.
I need to read your book.
You know what? I'll send you one.
Okay.
Please.
Y'all trade books. Y'all both authors.
Oh,
Yeah.
you too?
Yes.
Blended but not broken. Blending the families together.
Yes, we're blended too.
Oh my
We're
God.
5
And it was
blended.
it was tough.
Oh, girl.
It was 6 of us. Yes.
I'm with you.
Okay, Jesus is good.
I got 7. I'm beating all y'all. So, yeah.
Like for real. Yes.
So Ryan,
Yes.
what you working on next, man?
Oh,
Well, you just told us what you were gonna, but what can people find you? What can they see your work?
Oh, you can find me at Ryan LaMarr across all platforms. That's RHYAN LAMARR.
And don't slide into his DM, y'all. Trying to get a roll.
No, don't slide into the DMs. I already got somebody spoken for.
Oh,
All right, there it is.
What's her name?
What'd you say?
What's her name?
What's her name? Her name is Brittany.
Hey, Brittany.
Okay.
This is the new, like, authentic, transparent Ryan.
That's my superpower, though.
I know. It's what you said the other night. So he's telling it.
There it
Nice.
is.
That's what you want to
What's your
ask.
superpower?
I'm telling you.
Just being me and loving up on people. That's
Yeah.
my superpower. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
What's yours?
Helping people. Selflessness.
Yeah.
That's it. Helping people. It ain't even about me. Not even about me.
I can see
That's
that.
it,
Just
yeah.
the way you honored Ryan and
Yeah.
Chicago and wanting to uplift his platform.
Absolutely, because it's hard for us. It's hard for all of us as Black Americans in this country. So I'm proud of each one of you. 1K Few, Pat Smith, Ryan LaMarr. Thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
For having
All right, y'all.
us. Thank you.